Oh, Merry Christmas, you
Santa.
you dirty martini.
He's here.
What is up, everyone? Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah.
That started yesterday for us, but a couple weeks ago now, if you're watching this live.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
We have a drink to celebrate you all.
Sweet. Us all?
Us all and the viewers all.
Test it out.
What is it?
Gingerbread.
Ooh, I like that a lot.
Holy crap. That is good.
It kind of tastes like birthday cake ice cream.
And
Wow.
then with the sugar at the end, you know, you take the gulp,
That's
and
good.
then the sugar follows it.
I like that a lot.
That's good.
That's really good.
Probably because of sugar.
Yeah. So
The
this
flavor's great.
this one's called white chocolate I think it's just white chocolate Santa cocktail or something like
Okay.
that. Yeah. I know everyone's going to be like, "Don't you know what you're drinking?" It's like, "Yeah, like I just we got it offline, but like the last videos, the recipes in the comments, enjoy it. This one's really good. We all
This is
have
good.
dairy free for you. I just made it all the same.
Oh, okay.
Thanks, Dan.
Cool.
So-
Thanks for the dairy free.
You guys will feel real good later.
We will. Thank
Yeah.
you.
It's almost like
It's
we
like
did
birthday
we did
cake.
Santa's hat last episode. This is like Santa's beard. I feel like I'm getting like Santa's beard when I drink it.
And unlike the tahine, I'm going to be eating all the rim.
Oh yeah. Oh,
I'll be making my way around while I drink this because that's good.
This is that like crystallized, like they use this for drinks and like cupcakes and stuff. I feel like too that's why it kind of tastes like birthday cake because they use this type of sugar.
Oh, okay. It
Oh,
definitely
okay.
Crystallized sugar.
It tastes like birthday cake ice cream to me.
It does. It I feel like it's vanilla bean that you put in and it melted. So I'm
It's good. Very good.
raging.
It kind of looks like Pop Rocks too. Remember Pop Rocks?
Yeah. That was one of our choices for the martinis when we were rolling for it, and it never landed on it.
We should do it anyways. We should.
We should. I know. We're just gonna keep drinking like the best stuff.
Yeah.
Sweet.
This is good.
Yeah.
I like it.
The science, it's Godiva chocolate, white chocolate liqueur, vanilla vodka, and whipping cream, but it's dairy free.
And you weren't greeted with the most like merry response from the guy at the grocery store, right? That's what you told us before.
Yeah,
He wasn't.
It
He
rubbed
wasn't
off
very.
onto me.
We have bad luck with convenience stores.
Are we rude or something? And we
No.
don't realize it. Like,
I had just
Definitely not.
shaved. I was smiling. I was like chipper. I walked in. I went up and down the aisles, and I was looking for this white because it's not something I get every day. Like I never get this. So I'm
No.
like, hey, do you guys happen to have like a white chocolate liqueur? And he was like, he just like looks back and like points, and I'm not even kidding. It's not even a foot away from like his left shoulder. And I was like, oh, awesome. I was like, can I just get the white chocolate, please? Starts shaking his head. And
His attitude right off the bat.
yeah, and I'm like, sorry. I was like, sorry if, I was an inconvenience. Like, I troubled you. And he's like, oh, like, there's no trouble for me, but most people pick it off the rack themselves. It's like, yeah, no.
The fact that he didn't say like "but,"
Yeah.
like, come on, man.
No
so,
shit, dude.
so was this Market Basket or something?
No, so it's the liquor store next to it.
Oh, okay.
That I've been going
Market
since.
Basket and Mass doesn't sell alcohol.
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Well,
No.
you know what?
Another perk.
Maybe
to New
this guy
Hampshire.
needs to be blessed.
I hope he has a great
He needs a
holiday.
hug.
I hope he had
That
a
guy
great
needs a
holiday.
hug.
Yeah.
But anyway, it made a great drink. I'm glad you didn't like just turn around and walk out because
No,
otherwise
this is
we wouldn't have
delicious.
gotten such a good
Yeah,
drink.
this is great.
Cheers. One more.
Cheers,
Uno
gentlemen.
mas. Feliz Navidad.
So Santa doesn't only come once for us this year.
Oh.
We got some presents.
We do.
We're doing a
We do.
little what do you call it? Secret Santa or gift swap?
Yeah,
something like
white-
that.
Like I think it's more like a white elephant, if I'm not mistaken.
I feel like I've heard of it, but then I don't know if I've
It's
heard
like
of it.
I think white elephant's the one where you can like trade. So like if you go first and someone gets something else, like they can trade with you,
But
the
only
first
them.
person goes last. Yeah, it's something
Okay.
weird.
All right.
Okay. So what we're gonna do this time? So let's put the gifts out on the table.
Okay.
All right.
So we each got a gift for one of us, and we're just gonna exchange. So Danny's gonna roll a die.
That's right. So I'll roll the dice. Even, everybody passes to the left. Okay.
Even we go left. Okay.
Odd, we go right.
All right.
I hope you
What do I
appreciate
want?
my
What do I
bag.
want? I like the Will Ferrell, but I also like the flannel. We'll see.
Choices.
Can't judge a book by
even
its
left.
cover.
Even left.
All right.
Even left.
What about under the table?
What are you new?
I've been interning. All right, ready?
7.
Odd.
So we're going left.
We're going. Shit. What did I say?
Yeah, odd. I was left. So
Odd was
Danny
left.
gets mine.
All right.
I get Alex's, and Alex gets Danny's. It's funny. Well, maybe not funny, but I have a weird fear. Not fear. Like I hate sparkles and glitter
Oh, I was like, what's leaking?
more than anything. So I touched the bag and I was like, oh god, is it on me?
That's why I got it.
So let's do it. Let's dig. Do you guys want to go like one at a time?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, I'll go first.
Since your phobia.
So
of
I got
sprinkles.
Alex's. Yeah, sprinkles.
Yeah, get it out of the way.
Ooh, a nice coffee mug warmer, dude. This is actually like I'm not just trying to BS you guys. Like I drink like half my coffee and then I end up microwaving the other half. So this is gonna be perfect.
That's why I thought it'd be the perfect gift.
That's great. Yeah, dude. Thank you.
You're welcome, man. Merry Christmas.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
We're always at our
lucked out.
desks. We're always at our desks for the most part, and I hate when coffee goes cold, so you'll never have to.
I hope you got yourself one.
I will if you like it. I will.
So are you gonna go next?
Yeah.
Yeah. This was to a martini boy from another martini boy.
Ooh.
Oh. I got tissue paper.
Festive toilet paper.
Oh, let's go.
Nice,
Let's-
dude.
A 7-Eleven hat. I love
Dude.
7-Eleven. Big gulps are the way to go.
Hell yeah.
There's actually
No way.
so that I put 2 stickers in there because I wanted you both to have one, so you can share a sticker
Okay,
with
here, you can have a
Alex.
sticker.
But
I'll
yeah,
show it to the camera. That's the 7-Eleven sticker we got. I'm going to put that on my truck.
The sticker.
and what else?
So this looks like a koozie. Okay. Okay.
Dude, genius.
Where do you even get this stuff? In
You'll never
Genius.
guess.
7-Eleven?
Yeah,
Wait, really? You could
Yeah.
just go in there and then a pair of socks. Wow, I got a great gift.
yeah.
That was perfect. And I'm glad I don't wear hats, and I don't think
There's
I
like
look
an
good in
inside
hats.
joke
That's
for people
amazing.
watching and listening that like these guys love. We all love 7-Eleven. So
My Long Island friends, Sevs. We always go to 7-Eleven.
I'm getting
Every corner.
I'm gonna go in there wearing all this stuff and pretend like I own the place.
I was gonna.
Thank you.
The big gulp. You're welcome. The big gulp cup wasn't big enough. I wanted to like stick it all in a big gulp cup and like wrap it, but it wasn't big enough.
I want this to be my crap.
Dude, this has swag written all over it. Let's go. You already had it to my head setting too.
Whoa,
That's
I've never seen a
awesome.
hat like that.
7 1/4.
Did you see the buttons? It's a
Snapback.
double level.
Oh, double.
Double snap.
It's a double gulp, dude.
I've never,
That's so it doesn't fly out.
double snap. Double
Double
gulp,
gulp?
double snap.
dude.
Fresh as hell, bro.
I'm glad you got
I
it
need
because
it.
Alex isn't a big hat guy.
I
need
want
an
to be. I just-
18-wheeler now, and I need to stop at every.
Not that I
7-Eleven.
anticipate you're gonna wear that often, but
Can you
I
just-
thought it was
every
fun.
day.
I thought it was fun.
Grab my sticker I dropped. I'm sorry. It's by your 7-Eleven socks.
On every Microsoft Teams call, I'm gonna wear this hat.
Should I warm my martini?
You gotta tell me how it is.
I will. Yeah, that's awesome.
All right, Alex, you're up. I'm actually. I'll say it after.
Okay.
You're glad that Alex got it?
Represent.
You'll see why. But you would have liked it too. That was the nice thing about it.
Some Joe? Some Joey? Oh, AK.
AK.
Espresso.
That's why.
Wow, straight from Black
Hell yeah.
Rifle. That's a sweet brand too.
Yeah. There's more
Love
in
it.
there.
Oh, there's more?
There's more.
Not just the AK espresso.
Nope.
Veteran owned.
Yeah, Black Rifle's cool. Support them.
Support them.
Ooh.
Abort them? Whoa!
Hey.
Bailey's, Tito's.
So you can make yourself an
I'm a
espresso
happy-
martini.
Dude,
Dude, great job.
smart, man.
Thank you.
Great
All
gifts.
around. Cheers,
All around.
guys. Thank you very
Cheers.
much. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
It's about that time. If you're watching
It
this,
is.
it's past that time. Hope you all had a great Christmas. We just did.
What I'm gonna do? Maybe they'll see. Maybe they'll reach out. I'll rep
You know
it,
what we
bro.
should do? Use it. Let's make an espresso martini for one of these episodes.
Oh, let's do it next
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
some pretty powerful coffee too.
Is it like Death Wish like coffee? You know how they're like
I don't know if
super-
it's that strong, but it's
Okay.
right up there. Yeah.
So the whole AK thing, obviously it's my initials, but growing up in growing up in middle school and high school, my nickname was always AK, and even like my band teacher called me AK. But then the joke was like, when I turn 47, I'm gonna be a gun,
and you have the
AR.
tattoo, right?
And if
Yeah.
you played sports, you could have been 47.
I know. So AK-47.
You have 47 on your hat there too.
Do I?
Would have worked, yeah.
Cool.
47 brand. Well, I figured you would have liked that too because you like guns and
Yeah.
you also drink coffee, so it would have worked either way.
Yeah. No, I think everything worked out perfectly.
This was awesome. Definitely tell me how it is, because when I'm
Oh.
down here,
Oh,
What?
We have one
Oh,
more.
we
We
do.
have one
we
more.
do. We didn't forget.
So this one is from our beautiful women upstairs. They're all waiting for us, so we can go out to dinner after this.
They call us they call themselves the Martini Wives. Abby and Danny will be married in April?
March.
May.
May. Right.
So as of then, they'll be officially Martini Wives. But let's see what they got for us. I
Yeah.
love the wrapping. It's so
wants to
funny.
open it?
So Lindsay actually got the same wrapping paper from Target.
That's hilarious.
So the note says,
So,
My nip.
that's all right.
"Love your Martini wives," with a heart. That's probably good.
They have
And then
their own
inside
group
it
chat.
says, "This is entirely for Danny."
What?
Really?
Whoa.
No,
All right, it's all you do.
It's blank.
Go for it. Your hands are on it.
Yeah. Okay.
Go
Here,
for
I'll
it.
open this side.
Watch
Yes.
out- watch out for your martini.
Teamwork.
Get in there, bro.
All right.
We'll open this as a team.
Martine work.
I like how did we all get bags?
I think so. Yeah.
So this is like the only one we
Wait,
actually
hold
had to unwrap. Can you pull out
Oh, yeah,
that
pull
paper?
it.
I like almost knocked over my drink. So
I know.
that was a little
Everyone's
sketchy.
gonna be like, "Wow, they're the worst."
So I don't know if it
unwrappers.
says anything over there, but
It doesn't.
crack her open.
Crack it. Crack it.
Yeah,
do
what
it.
you got?
I present.
Yo.
Whoa! Oh!
Wow. Holy.
These are sick.
shit.
So these are martini glasses with our logo on them,
Dude.
That
oh, these
is
are
amazing.
like these have weight to them a little bit.
These are nice.
What great ladies we have. Thank
Yeah.
you very much.
Thank
Let's
you
just do
guys.
a close up to the camera.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
love you guys.
Martini boys got the little symbol on there.
We
Dude.
love you guys.
I might
Wow.
drink. I might use this for everything for the rest of my life.
And then
I
there's
think
a
that's
fourth.
I think
A
that's
glass
the
of water
point.
before bed. This is it.
This is it.
Are they trying to tell us that they want one of them want to be on here?
I think it's
No,
just
it's
in
if
case
they break.
In
If
case
one
Lexi
breaks.
breaks one
Perfect.
again.
Lexi.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
These are great.
These are awesome.
I mean, yeah, take it with
Dude.
you, but
What a get. No, I'm just joking. We'll use
yeah,
them here.
just
Yeah, we'll have
this
to
is
use
the
them.
only
that
time
is
I'll use it.
that is dope.
Wow,
Yeah.
this
Should
is marketing at its finest.
Yeah. You got Messenger on there? Just be like, can you come down? No, just
I know.
kidding. That's awesome. That's great.
So who is the brand who hooked us up? It looks like it's Clink Barware.
Yeah,
Shout out.
We'll give them a shout out.
Here, should I put my finger in front of the camera?
Thank you. Thank you
Clink,
guys. I
good
mean,
job.
these look great. I
That
mean,
is
the
awesome.
detail on
That's
our
really
logo,
cool.
it matches exactly with our light up logo.
That's-
so
that's really
thank you
cool.
very much.
That
Super
is so
thoughtful.
cool, man.
Good stuff. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
and happy
What a way to
holidays.
start this episode.
Yeah, for real.
Like, I know we were like, it was gonna be a good one, but we got each other gifts, and then our wives, and your soon-to-be wife. They're all
Yeah.
wives. They're just wives. They're the Martini wives.
Cheers to them.
Martinis.
They're awesome.
Yeah.
And cheers to
We-
7-Eleven.
We lucked out.
We all have awesome girls.
Shout out to all the people here. I feel like they're all sponsors, but we're 7-Eleven, Black Rifle, Bailey's, Tito's, Clink.
Dude, you gotta wrap those socks.
Yeah.
oh, I definitely
Are you?
will.
Do you have a big foot? Like, you're a tall guy. What size shoe are you?
10.5.
Oh, really?
Nothing crazy.
I'm an 11. I'm
I'm a
shorter.
10.5.
I think my feet shrunk.
My uncle says that he's shrinking every year, but his feet are getting longer.
Interesting. Maybe it helps with the balance, I guess. When you get older, you can't balance as good.
Right.
That's what they say.
solid gifts. That was a lot of fun.
Solid. I love
We
it.
should just do this every time.
I know.
I know.
I'll just go to 7-Eleven and get different merch.
What's the next holiday? New Year's Eve, I guess.
Yeah. So maybe
So-
we'll get some poppers, 7-Eleven poppers, confetti poppers, and prank Matt.
And a big gulp.
Prank Matt.
Yeah.
So this Hawaiian shirt button up, we got them for Matt's rehearsal dinner party get together.
Yeah, so I had my groomsmen all wear florals for the rehearsal.
Okay, yeah. So I'm feeling like a Hawaiian or like tropical Santa. But what this reminds me of, and it's a great transition, is it's very Miami Vice, Miami Beach.
Mm-hmm.
And you saw the new Grand Theft Auto trailer.
I did.
You know what's funny? It's like the most watched trailer ever. Like it outdid GTA 5 and everything. I haven't seen it yet. And I think I sent it to you
What?
even. I think I sent you like a link.
I
and
sent you guys the actual, in our group.
Yeah.
You got to get something. Whether you're, first, that point though, one day, 110 million or 120 million, and it took 10 years or so for GTA 5 to hit those numbers.
Right.
So that was
It also-
record breaking in one.
Didn't it take them 10
Yeah.
years to build this game? Is that right?
It's not coming out till 2025 apparently.
So how many years is that since GTA
11,
5?
almost 12.
Okay.
Almost
Yeah.
12, yeah.
Yeah, that's a bummer, dude. Have you seen the trend? People are like concerned that they might die
Yes.
before it happens because that's a
Yes.
whole year until it comes out.
Oh my god, that's
So
crazy.
people are like, "What if I die before it comes out? Like I'm not gonna be able to play it."
I hope it's January.
well,
but-
stop drinking 8 Mountain Dews
Yeah.
a day and you won't. But I was a little disappointed by it.
Really?
I think it's from my own personal distaste with Miami because I had a bad experience going there for spring break and everything, and I just didn't enjoy it as a place. I did love Vice City as a game, PS2, and then for PSP, I had Vice City Stories, so I loved it. So I'm hoping it'll be
I had
similar
that.
to that.
Oh, it absolutely
What were
will.
the? I'm not like a huge GTA guy, but I had one of them on the PSP. What were the other? Like maybe San Antonio. I had
San Andreas.
San Antonio.
San
Yeah.
Andreas. Yeah, so I had San Andreas on the PSP.
Yeah, there was. I think GTA 3 was on PSP. Maybe I don't know. All I had was Vice
Liberty
City Stories.
was
Liberty
on
City
the,
Stories
was on the PSP.
PSP.
Maybe that's what I had. I don't know. That's how much.
We always would do that.
Yeah.
I keep going though. So what about it?
We'll see.
The graphics look insane.
I think it was just so highly anticipated that it was a little disappointing for me to see that it just seemed like it's Miami in current day.
It is.
And I think Miami right now is a bit different from when it was based around Vice City.
yeah.
It's just a little bit more trashy.
It
than I
it
expected.
absolutely is.
Yeah, and just in the preview, there's a lot of like trashy.
So
I know,
do you-
have you seen the comparisons?
yeah.
Like of all the like this is the game, but this is real life, and it's like actually
That's
like
That's it. No, that's
like,
why.
What is it like? There's like a hooker on top of a car or something like that, like, and that happened in real life or something.
It
Definitely.
did. It did. No. So every
Florida man.
every single like segment of the trailer happened in real life, and that's why. And so I loved it. Like
Okay.
I'm hyped. I'm stoked. Like the map is going to be, they claim, twice as big as GTA 5.
Because it's like actual size of Miami. Is that
Yeah,
right?
well, it is, but it's just there's so much more to see in
And
this
its
one.
outskirts and everything, yeah.
And I'm done. I'm like kind of tired of LA. Like I feel like it's been San Andreas, like
Yeah.
which is fine, but Miami, and it's going to be super accurate. Like there's apparently there's like a really really popular nightclub that they're including into the game, and they have weather. So if you're connected to the Wi-Fi and stuff, if it's raining or there's a hurricane in Tampa or Miami,
It's like real time weather.
yeah,
That's cool.
It's like a flight simulator.
I
But-
just wish they chose a different city.
You're
I
just
don't
salty
know.
about the city.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
If it was a different city and you saw it, would you be like, "That's pretty sick"? But just because it's Miami, you don't like it?
probably.
Yeah.
yeah.
And I get that.
I saw some graphics like on Instagram, and it looks pretty like realistic.
It looks extremely real. It's like a Bonnie and Clyde thing. It's
right because there's two protagonists, right?
Yeah. So
that's
you
kinda
can
cool.
play either or. Of course, I'm gonna play the dude.
It's a girl and a guy.
whatever.
Yeah.
You're into,
Right.
man.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess from either perspective, like the one before was Franklin. Who were the other two?
Michael
guys?
and Trevor.
Michael and Trevor. Yeah, and so it was cool to play from like different perspectives.
Yeah.
So-
I don't know if you'll be able to do that. And some missions you'll have to be one or the other, or if you just play one throughout the whole game. But you're basically like, they're dating obviously, but I feel like you both will be in a lot of the missions.
Okay,
Like someone will be on a
Yeah.
rooftop while you go down, and
I see.
but like it's very trashy. But like you're gonna be able to like ATV and dirt bike and helicopters and planes, boating, jet skis.
That's
like,
the coolest thing about GTA
Yeah,
5 is you can do
parachuting.
anything.
Yeah.
You can parachute out of a plane,
right.
jump on a dirt bike, ride up to the top of a mountain,
Yeah.
and then like skydive down to like someone's like pool. Like
I-
you can do anything.
I just hope, and we've talked about this before, but I hope there's a little bit more follow through about the, the background effects. Like for example, you'd see like a 737 airplane go by, and you'd follow it, and it would just disappear into
That
nowhere. Remember
I always
talking
try to
about that?
catch up to them. Yeah.
Yeah, but they disappear. I
Right.
want there to be like a story behind everything. So like a person, they're walking down the street, and before, they would just kind of
NPC.
turn around.
That's
and
exactly
walk.
what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
I want there to be like a reason why that person, and they don't disappear. Like every person has like a purpose in the game.
If you
Yeah.
were
No NPCs.
Yeah.
I sent Alex this thing, and you're not on Instagram these days, but did you see that thing I sent you where it's like if you park your truck here, like people just drive off this bridge? Did you see that? maybe I sent it this morning.
There
or
were a
something.
lot of videos
Yeah.
over the past couple days. I'll have to watch it though.
But
I'm
this
pretty
is
good.
GTA
But it's
we're
like
talking?
yeah,
Okay.
it's like right before that bridge where you can jump off to go to the airport. This guy parks his car next to it, and you know how like
Okay.
the guardrails like not
Just-
there, so you can go off it.
Yeah.
So you park your car next to it, and like if you go down and keep your like if you look away, it disappears. If you keep
Okay.
your guy looking at it, all these cars will come and just drive off the bridge, and like they start blowing up and stuff.
That's
Wow.
hilarious.
NPCs.
Yeah. NPCs.
I just hope the NPCs in the game are a little smarter. You know.
Yeah, I think so, man. I mean, honestly,
We'll see.
Red Star, Rockstar doesn't disappoint. They haven't disappointed me. I'm a big Red Dead Redemption fan.
Okay.
I mean, dude, Red Dead 2 has been phenomenal. It's just like, no matter where you go, something's going on in like live. Like when you go up, like someone is like sick and they're laying on the floor, and they're gonna tell you like a story, like, I have no family here, and I was thrown off of a buggy carriage, or like a horse, and like I'm starving. Like, can you get me food? And sometimes they turn into like mini quests, and like if you don't get a loaf of bread for them and you revisit that area, they'll be dead on the ground.
Oh,
What's the premise of Red Dead? Is it like GTA but like set in the olden days, like horse and buggy type of thing?
Yes,
But it's still, like,
it's New
similar,
Orleans.
like-
It's New Orleans, and
I've
like,
never played.
yeah, it's down south, before cars, so it's all dirt trails. It was about gangs, like free, like when there were no laws yet. Laws
Okay.
were just starting to get into place. So you had your outlaws, and you're an outlaw,
Okay.
and it's kind of cool.
Sounds
you know?
fun.
Yeah,
I know it's been
a
out
lot
for a
of
while.
fun.
It's pretty popular. I just never played it.
Yeah,
I just like open world games. You
I only
know?
play Rocket League.
I just got
Open
Hogwarts Legacy 2 days ago.
Oh, dude,
and I've been hooked.
I play.
Like I'm a pretty big Harry Potter fan, and
Yeah.
I was like, somebody was telling me about it the other day, and I was like, oh, I'll try it out, and it was on sale, so I got it, and the graphics are amazing.
unbelievable.
You go outside the castle and you look back, and it just looks like a real castle.
And I
on
love
PS5.
yeah, I'm sure. I love being able to ride your broomstick.
I haven't gotten that far yet,
Oh, okay.
so I'm still working
Spoiler.
on the spells.
Now you know. So I actually got it when it first came out, and Lexi actually made her own profile and was playing for a bit, and she was like getting through levels and like asking me for advice or how does she beat one of the monster things or creatures. But she was doing pretty well, but I was so hooked too.
Yeah.
So hooked. Loved it. Loved everything about it.
Yeah, there's a you can like pet cats and stuff.
Yes.
It's pretty cool to do.
Yep. Yeah. Yep, you can.
Wow.
But you can just run around. That's what I think's cool about it. You can just go around the castle and, cast spells and stuff.
While I'm
Wow.
thinking of it, we left a cliffhanger last week about the barks. We'll have to bring that up tonight if you remember.
Oh, let's get right
Wanna
into
do
it.
it?
Let's just
Get
get
into
right
it.
into it. There's actually two, I think. So there was my arrest. What the? Nice. Oh,
Guilty.
you snuck it in.
So
I
Is
should
that
have
your
brought
mugshot?
mine in. Yeah, actually.
look at this freaking young Elvis Presley right here. What a stud.
Such nice hair.
God.
All right, tell us.
So I'll make it real quick for both stories. So I was arrested. That's my mugshot. No, no.
That was a quick story.
Yeah. So the Barks. I went to St. Martin with Chris, with Panji and his wife, and that was the trip your brother was
Planned
supposed to
but didn't
to.
go or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
So we went, and one night we got pretty drunk, respectively.
Yeah.
And so I think Panji was driving, so he was like our DD for that night, and it was like 1:30 in the morning. And we pull up down this like street getting back to our Airbnb, and like 7 or 8 stray dogs just come surrounding our car, and they're like
Whoa.
like crazy. And I was like,
Dang.
holy crap, dude. I was like, be careful. And we're like driving, not trying to hit them. So Panji tells me that like the next day, he's like, dude, you won't believe this. Like, we ran into the Barks last night. And I'm like, what the hell is the Barks?
Such a Panji joke.
I know. I was like, the Barks. He's like, dude, it's a really famous or like infamous dog gang down here. Like strays. Like they're really dangerous. Like they'll attack people and stuff. Like that's what we
dog
drove
gang?
through. Yeah, a dog gang. And I was like, it was actually, I think it was on my right because I was still under the influence, so I was believing everything. But I was like, oh my God, dude, like oh, that's crazy. So he never told me he was lying about it till like the end of the trip. He just dies laughing. He's like, dude, I can't hold it in anymore. He's like, I made that whole story up. And like the whole trip, I had you believing that they were the Barks.
Yeah, Alex thought there was like a dog gang called the Barks.
That's a sick name for a
The
dog.
Barks.
Now.
It sounded
That's pretty
very
funny.
believable the way he said it. Yeah.
But there were really dogs that surrounded.
Oh
the
yeah,
car
I
and
have
were
the video.
barking.
I'll show you the video.
Wow,
I'll show you the video later.
St. Martin.
Yeah, great trip.
Well, you wonder what would have happened if you got out of the car. You know, if
I'm
they're surrounding
sure.
the car barking, they want.
Or they like
blood.
aggressive,
Yeah.
or they like looking for food.
both probably. I mean,
They're
were
just gonna like bite your leg off and
yeah.
have a snack.
I mean, they weren't afraid of a moving vehicle, and they were like teeth showing, barking,
Yikes.
tail straight, no wagging.
Dang.
And it's not like a cat. Dog's wagging his tail, he's happy. No, these tails were like they were ready. Their ears were pointed. So
Yeah.
Good times. I wish I was there for that.
yeah, it was great. It was great. It was great. We were coming back from like a club. Yeah,
A club in St. Martin,
yeah.
and then
Or
surrounded
Saint
by dogs.
Martin, I should say. Saint Martin. Yeah,
Well, that's nuts.
it is.
Glad you're here to tell the story.
I'm alive. I'm alive. Well, since we're alive,
Oh.
Are we?
we're here.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe we're not. We're just living in the simulation.
Simulation.
So, like, as homeowners, and I know you're renting right now, but in your condo that you owned, like, what is your favorite thing about being a homeowner, and what is like what do you hate? You absolutely hate about it.
So from renting to owning a home, it's like you can do whatever. It's free range. You can put holes in your wall. You can change everything. You can repaint it. You can put in different flooring, different carpets, different appliances, whatever you want. Whereas like before, you have to ask your landlord, like, hey, do you mind if I paint this room, or do you mind if I like change out an appliance or something like that? Like instead of checking with somebody, just having the free roam of like doing whatever you want with your own property. And then like for me, like I always mowed lawns growing up, so like making my yard look nice is like a big pride of mine. So like we just took down 3 trees. I like to, I'm out there blowing leaves or raking, and then also mowing the lawn, like trying to make it look nice and presentable.
Yeah,
So it's nice to kind of like
definitely.
do that for my own cause versus like, I did it when we rented, but like it wasn't my house. Like, yeah, people would come over and like, you live here. This is like, it looks nice, but it's different for me when it's like your own house.
Right.
And it's so
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
It's so awesome having your own place.
Yeah.
So my
sure.
landlord, I can't take myself seriously with this hat on board. My landlord just took the hose away.
Oh, cool.
He said, I don't want the
Well, for the
pipes to
winter.
freeze. What do you need the hose for? Well, I do ice baths outside. And so I kind of fought with him a little bit. And he's like, oh, just take water from inside and you bring it outside. I'm like, well, the thing I
30
lay in is 100 gallons. That would take me like 3 hours to fill it up.
That's insane.
And so like that sort of thing grinds my gears a little bit. But
Yeah.
the nice thing about renting is if something breaks, you just call somebody, they come over and fix it, and they pay for it. So I think short term renting is nice, but anytime long term you want to build equity, you
Right.
definitely need to get into real estate. But where interest rates are right now, like if I were to buy the house that I'm currently living in, the mortgage would be like $3,800.
They say they're coming down.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's
But-
down 8.5%.
But the problem is
last
people
month.
the prices are still up. So
They're capping it, right?
the
Have I read
inventory is low because of that.
Okay.
People don't want to leave their house for a higher interest rate. So
Right.
if you're selling a house, like you got to be moving like south where it's cheaper to live or something.
Well, part
Or
of
renting.
Part of it is that the big asset holder, BlackRock, they bought a ton of single family homes, and so did
BlackRock's buying everything.
so did Bezos. He bought tons and tons of single family homes, and they're not selling them.
Under
So
what
that's why-
organization?
I think that's a good question. I don't know. Probably just under the Amazon umbrella,
Like AWS or something?
some subsidiary
Yeah.
underneath Amazon, probably. But yeah, that's why there's no inventory, because these bigger companies are holding
That's
on.
not okay because it's going to get
It's not okay.
monopolized.
I know.
Yeah.
And people are going to be screwed. It's like our plan, like where I live, we completely gutted the place, renovated it 100%, all new floors, all new paint. We put up walls where there wasn't walls. We took down walls. We all new appliances, everything. And our goal is to rent it in a couple of years and buy something else and have this as a rental income. But with the way the economy is, I'm like, it's looking more like we're going to be here a little bit more long term. So like we need to start making adjustments to meet our needs. And one of those things, in my opinion, and I think Lindsay's on board as well, is I want to build like a new, bigger shed. Because the problem with my house is there's no storage. We have like 2 closets. There's no basement. There's no upstairs.
Yeah.
We have 2 places to put stuff and a shed.
Stuff.
And the shed is small and crappy and falling down. I'm like, my neighbor next door said he'd help me build one, like much bigger. So I think right now it's probably like 10 by 12 or 12 by 12, but I want to build like a 16 by 12, I think. So it'll be different, and it'll have a little slide up door for my motorcycle and everything. Like it's just like, I'm like, if we're going to be here long term, we need to start doing things that like, cuz initially we thought we'd be there short term.
Right.
I'm like, well,
How it always
we can right. We can make do for now. Maybe we buy a storage unit. I think you got one, right?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
I'm like, well, if we're gonna be here longer, then let's plan for that. Let's get a bigger shed. Maybe we do an addition onto the house. I don't know.
A storage unit is great until the bill comes.
Ugh,
I know.
Isn't it like $100 a month?
It's $73 a month, but it's just the act of paying
It
for
also
something that
adds up.
like you just don't own.
Use.
73 times 12, and
When
Yeah,
you could have just
exactly.
brought all the
Just
stuff and left
chilling.
it at a family member's house or whatever, but they're climate controlled and everything, so everything stays like mold free. So that's the bonus. But
That's nice.
yeah, I think as a renter, our place has no storage. There's no basement, there's no attic, and there's only a spare bedroom, which is my
I
office.
thought there was an attic.
You can't fit anything up there. Like that's
just
the problem.
skeletons.
I'm pretty sure there's some up there,
it's,
but
it's like just for style.
you could throw like some tissue paper up there. But I think as a renter, if there was a big shed, well, we actually do have a shed, but it's locked because the landlord won't let
So
us
that's
in
another
there.
thing too. Is like if we were to do a shed, like it's a quick little hit to your pocket, but it also ups the value of the property. Like it's a big yard. It's a small house, but it's a big yard plus a big shed. And whether I include that in someone's like rent if they need it, that's fine probably. But I could also do what your landlord does and just lock it and keep it for myself. Be like, hey, like I need to keep my stuff there. But the plan is to have a house where I don't need to keep my stuff at this one. So
Well, in Massachusetts, you have to pay taxes if you have a storage shed. So I don't know about New Hampshire. Hopefully, New Hampshire's chill about that, but
there's just setbacks. You just got to meet the setbacks.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you can't like
just
infringe
factor
on
that
your
into the
neighbor's
rent.
property. Yeah.
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 It's
Definitely.
built into my mortgage, so whatever the taxes are,
Yeah.
they are, but it doesn't change, every
Right.
month.
I know. So we just got our property tax, and that's where that's where New Hampshire gets you. Is like there's no income tax, there's no sales tax, but there's
Right.
property tax.
Yeah.
And it came in, and I'm like, that's like a fat bill. Like, do we have to pay this, or because I thought there was something in our mortgage, and I called the
Escrow.
company, and we pay into an escrow account, so they pay it, which comes out of money that I put into it. But the fact that I don't have to put $6,000 down like on the spot because it's just tied right into it, it's nice.
Yeah, as many things
Yeah,
you
it's
can put
nice.
into escrow, the better, because it's just like, you pay your monthly bill and then everything gets paid for.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it makes sense to do it that way.
Yeah. Well, I love being in a house.
You have a beautiful property here, man.
Thank you. I'm very grateful. I lucked out. It was during COVID times, so rates were super low. Just found the spot, and it just hit me up. Any of it. There we go.
Yeah, you bought at the right time, I think.
And honestly, I thought I was going to
Because
be
you can make a
outbid.
profit if you sell it right now.
Oh
like
my
a
God,
big
dude.
profit.
And especially if this the mortgage rates are going to be capped at like 4% or 4.5%.
Why would it be
capped?
capped?
I thought I read something. No, so I thought I read something. I may be wrong, but I thought this new not law, but I don't know what you
Regulation?
would call it. A regulation that because things are so high and basically everyone's like, I can't afford to live. They're putting a cap for the percentage of how much your rates will be. So instead of 8%, 8.5%, I thought I read something that they were gonna cap it. I don't know. Maybe it's just Massachusetts.
That would be sweet, but the Fed literally raises it because life is expensive. So they're trying to bring down the prices by raising the rates.
Okay. I may be
So,
completely wrong.
That would be awesome, though. If
I,
they capped it.
I swear, I thought I read something. I'll look it up, but I thought it was like they were putting into, a law or bill or whatever that.
I don't think so.
Probably
No.
some Fugazi.
It probably depends on
I'm
some
just curious.
demographics. I'm
Maybe.
sure that
Maybe it's like
because if someone were to buy your house at 4.5%, that's with mortgage rates at over 8% right now. That'd be pretty insane.
I know.
That's an insane steal.
I know.
Oh yeah.
Well, I should say back to norm. Right now, it's ridiculously overpriced and out of control. But like I said, the Fed raises it because the prices are so high that it changes the market too. Because when they raise it, that if I wanted to buy your house, let's say it's $500,000 house, and they raise it, and now I can't afford it, that's less people, so less demand, which
Right.
means the supply would hopefully go up.
Yeah, that's what they go for is demand suppression.
Yep.
And I just have a huge problem with the Fed.
It's
Oh,
awful.
yeah.
The Fed shouldn't exist at all.
No.
I mean, think about
I
it.
agree with that.
Interest rates are the price of money. It's the price you pay to loan money.
Yeah. How much does money
So
cost?
does the government set the price of bread? Does the government set the price of oil? Does the government set the price of coffee? No, they don't. And so why do we have them setting the price of money? I don't think it's just breeds corruption.
Yeah.
So I think we need to get rid of the Fed, honestly.
I hope we do someday. It's never going to happen.
I mean, in
don't think.
Argentina, the guy who just got elected as president or dictator or whatever, he's saying that he's getting rid of the Fed. And we need to do that in the United States.
I saw something about that recently.
Yeah, because I mean they had like 50% year-over-year inflation.
Seriously,
It's
yeah.
insane.
Yeah, I saw
mean
that.
we maxed out at like 8.5%, I think.
That is
Mine's
They
higher.
had- makes me
50,
sick.
They had 50%.
that
if
that's
not more.
Sickening.
Could you imagine that? Like in a month, something's 50% more expensive.
You can always like refinance, and that's what I try to tell like a couple of
I'll
friends
never
I know
be able
that are,
to.
Yeah, because you have a great rate.
Yeah.
But like
Never.
friends
Never.
right now that are looking for a house that they're trying to buy, they're like, dude, it's so expensive. I'm like, yeah, like it might be a hard hit for like a year or two, but you can always refinance and drop that rate. So
Yeah, but
hopefully,
if rates keep going up,
but they're not.
then They
They're-
could
They're
though.
they could.
could.
They're coming down right now, is what they say.
So you're right. You both are kind of like there was hesitation. You're right. So there's no like law or bill being passed. I must have just
But
read it.
the point
pretty
is,
quickly.
you just said they could be coming down, and I said they could be going up.
Right.
But at the end of the day, the person who decides this is a guy sitting in a conference room.
Right.
Jerome Powell
It's probably a
decides.
group of people, though, right?
Well,
There's got to be a board.
Scratching
yeah.
their chin.
So the Fed has chairman. You know, there's 12 Federal Reserve banks, and they all have a head of the Fed and whatever. And so they can vote, but at the end of the day, it's Jerome Powell who decides, what they're going to set the interest rate to.
And I understand, like,
That's ridiculous.
I get that they're
Yeah,
doing
it's-
it to drop the price of houses. Like, that's great, but it shouldn't have gotten out of control in the first place.
yeah, the Fed put rates near zero.
Dude,
So-
money was so cheap 3-4 years ago. We
Right.
got so we closed on our house in February of this year, but we were looking I don't know, February of the year prior, 2021.
Yeah.
And we got pre-approved for like 3.25% or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And we went back 6 or 7 months later, and we got pre-approved again for like, I think it was 4.5%. Like it had gone up a whole percent. And the difference in the mortgage of the house that we were looking at the time was $1,000 difference a month.
Yeah.
It went from being $2,500 a month to being $3,500 a month. I couldn't afford that. Even with dual income, we couldn't afford. I'm like, it's way out of control. There's too much like regulation on this that's controlling it. It's insane.
And realistically, it's just the Fed. I think
Yeah.
the Fed is the root
And that's
of
what I
all
mean.
this inflation that we've had.
It is. I mean,
they
it's
said
not
they-
secret.
It's corruption.
They put the
yeah. It's like
interest
you
rate.
said.
They put the interest rates down to 0%, so everybody loads up on this cheap money,
Right.
and it blows asset prices up because everybody's got so much disposable income. You both go for one house and you have an unlimited amount of money, so everybody starts pushing up the prices, and then they say, "Oh man, inflation's high. Let's jam on the brakes and set interest rates high," so everything tanks. And this is where if you're rich, you benefit because you don't get forced to sell your assets. You can
Right.
end up buying more assets.
Or if you were smart. No, I mean, no one has a crystal ball. But if like Alex or the person who I used to rent from, like if you bought in 2021, early 2022, like you got a steal compared to what the end of 2022 and early 2023 were.
right.
Yeah.
And I do this. It drives me crazy when people complain about the wealth gap. It definitely exists.
Right.
But the solution of the problem is not, it's the government's fault or it's rich people, it's greed. It's the Fed.
Yeah.
The wealth gap gets created by the Fed bringing rates to zero. Rich people or everybody loads up on assets, and then they say, "Oh man, inflation's high. Let's crash everything." And so the people who don't have a ton of cash on the side to pay the mortgage have to sell. And then
So messed
the BlackRocks and the Vanguards, they swoop in and they buy everything. The Bezos, they buy everything.
Yeah.
And so that's what creates the wealth gap. It's not greed.
No.
It's the Fed.
They're trying
Right.
to monopolize too.
Yeah, the Fed, I mean, is a monopoly on money.
And because they do that, it's like the the split of the seas. Like there's no middleman. It's just you're at the bottom or you're at the top.
Right.
And
Yep.
there's like you said it perfectly, honestly. But like that gap in the middle is just like there's nothing else. It's just bottom or top.
Yeah.
And like what I was saying, this is just so I think I read this. It must have been just how I kind of quickly read through it. But they're settling, so it's not like an actual thing. But they're like by 2024, mid 2024, they're looking to settle at 6.5.
Okay.
I mean,
So-
that's an improvement, but still out of control.
But it's also if they're just settling, it's like okay, so it's a bunch of analysts at these companies that are guessing. Like,
Yeah.
why are we guessing? Like you said, like let's find a solution. And I'm not saying because it's easy, and I know nothing. I wouldn't know where to start. But I know that there are people out there, and I feel like you are very into the whole finance thing. Like, just work. Like, I don't know. I don't know why it's so hard for this country and like this world to just like.
COVID screwed a lot of things up.
I know. Just come up with some sort of plan. Like, why? I don't know.
It was screwed up before COVID, though. Like, the central bank has been blowing up bubbles and
Yeah.
crashing them since.
Well, that's the
You
thing
know.
too. Is like we're in a huge bubble, and like people
Enormous.
don't like to admit that we're in a recession, but we're in
No.
a recession. It's
Yeah.
not as bad as 2008, I don't think, but
No.
it's like people are struggling, and that's the thing too. Is like inflation is what 12% or something. I mean, it was at one point. I think you said it came down quite a bit, but let's say inflation's at 8%, and we're getting 3% raises a year. How are we supposed to keep up with like the cost of living if we're not
Right.
Like, and I was saying this the other day to somebody. Like, let's say you made 150 grand in like 1985. That's a good paycheck, right? It's a decent paycheck, and you could buy a house for between 250 and 350 for a big ass house.
Yeah.
And now, if you're making 150 grand, like even if it's your dual income, like yeah, it's a good paycheck, but houses are 600, 700 grand now. So like the cost difference is
For a
enormous.
shack, one
That's
bedroom,
insane.
a half bath,
Especially
and
in
no
like
garage,
cities, dude, like
and
New
no
York
garage.
and stuff. Like if you, like I said, if you're making 150 grand back in 1985, you can buy a $350,000 house, and it's a big, huge, nice house. Now, if you're making 150 grand to get the same like style or like comparison of house, it's like you're paying $750,000. So it's not comparable. So the cost of living's going up while our paychecks are like
They're not
slowly
going
going up, maybe.
slowly.
Yeah, and the problem I have with every month a CPI report comes out and they say, there's a basket of goods and services, and they say, it went up 0.1% this month. But what they do is they'll substitute out certain things that are considered outliers. So let's say if beef goes up 10%, they say, we'll just substitute it with chicken because, people just aren't going to buy beef if it's that expensive. It's like people are still
But that's
buying
not realistic.
beef.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's not realistic at all. So they pick and choose what goes into this basket of goods every single month. And so we don't really know how much prices are going up.
No.
I mean, and they're saying, it's cooling off. Okay, it's still increasing. It's just increasing less fast. So
Right.
like the price is still going up every month. It's just not going up as fast as it was before. And so they claim victory and they say, we're winning the battle of inflation.
It's slowing down.
Yeah, and Biden's like, look what's happened with inflation. It's cooling off. No, it's just going up less fast than it was before.
Still going up.
Yeah.
It's true though, because beef is very expensive right now. And I feel like more than not, you'll complain about how pricey it is, but you're still gonna buy it.
Yeah.
And we got 2 packs from Butcher Boy. 2 packs. 2 packs. That's
of
it.
what, ribeye?
No,
Steak
of
tips?
steak tips. Dude, $60.
How many pounds is it? Probably like 2 pounds
Pound
or
and-
something.
Well, the
half.
thing is, Butcher
Dang.
Boy's expensive to start with, but
But-
that is insane.
But so expensive
Steaks
back
is-
then because it's quality and it's absolutely delicious. Melt like butter, like cutting butter with a knife, amazing,
So that gets us into another topic too. Is it's
amazing.
like you're basically just paying for steak how it used to be.
Right.
So now people say, you want grass-fed, grass-finished steak? It's so expensive. Just buy the normal stuff. It's like that was the normal stuff back in the day.
Right.
That's all they fed them
Now-
back in the day is
Yeah,
grass.
yeah. Now we have like corn-fed steak, and it's still expensive.
Right. And just
So-
because they're like a Michelin star type
It's
grocery
insane. There's so
store.
many GMOs and stuff that they put into that
I
crap
know.
too.
Yeah, and that's how a lot of companies have been able to get away with bringing their prices down is they just put crappy ingredients into their foods.
Yep.
So, like the price of mac and cheese hasn't gone up too much
Right.
because they just keep finding a new substitute to put in there. Now it's all chemicals. We're just eating all crap
Dude,
now.
you're not wrong. So it's so funny you say that because my friend Jason, who I've talked about before, who kind of gave me the guidance in the carnivore stuff, he posted his bag of dog food. He's got two like elderly, not elderly, they're older dogs. And he posted a bag of their dog food. He said, does anybody want this? Or has anybody ever noticed this? If you look at the ingredients, it's literally a bag full of chemicals that you're feeding to your pets. And this is what the vet recommends.
Jeez.
Because it's like Big Pharma or Big Food. It's like the vet is pushing this because they know it's going to make them sick. It's going to bring the dogs back. They're going to get a paycheck. It's awful.
Yeah,
And the same is happening with humans in our food.
babies especially. I
Yes.
remember
Oh
my
my God,
cousin
dude.
brought her kid over and she had his baby formula. And the main ingredient was corn syrup solids. That was the number one ingredient.
That's
And I was like, are you
disgusting.
serious?
Wow.
This is what we're feeding our kids with?
And that's what they're recommending, right?
Yeah.
It's insane.
Our
I
vet
don't-
did the same
It
thing.
was probably like Gerber or something.
Yeah.
One of those main.
Exactly. One of those big ones.
Yeah.
You
And
guys
that's-
get like this like nice good food for Champ now, right though? Like you get
we
like
used to.
that bag of like frozen
We
food or
used to
whatever.
do that. Harvest Farm or Fresh Harvest. They would send you these boxes with the dry ice, and they would keep it. And they're like, you are eating delicious foods, and your dog should too. Like treat them like you would eat yourself. So I'm like, all right, let's try it. So we got it, and it's frozen. So like every time you have to put it in the fridge the day before, let it melt. It's wet. It's like makes a mess. And honestly, Champ really, he ate it, but he wasn't, as a Jack Russell. But he loves the kibble stuff, and it's Purina Pro Life.
That's
And
what we
like
get
you
at
said,
Pico too. Is
yeah.
Purina One salmon or something, but
Yeah,
it's
and
all
our vet-
chemicals.
I know, I know, because when you look on the back, you're right. There's like 50 different ingredients.
Once you read exactly. When you read the ingredients and
I
you
know.
can't pronounce them, that's how you know it's just like.
Well, we brought
garbage.
this up before. Remember the vegan cat thing? And it's like
oh man, yeah.
cats, when they go outside, they're not eating
They wanna eat a
from
mouse.
a bush.
Yeah.
They're
They're eating birds and squirrels,
Exactly.
and
They're
mice.
carnivores.
Right.
So there is like dog foods and
Oh, yeah.
cat foods that are specifically, they're like higher meat. I don't know the names because I don't have a pet.
Yeah.
But that's what we should be feeding our pets.
I know.
So that's
And-
like my friend Jason. He'll make like a like pound or 2 pounds of hamburger, and I'm like, you're eating all that? He's like, no, I split it with the dogs.
yeah.
He's giving
That's
them
awesome.
like grass fed ground beef.
Yeah,
Because it's better for them.
There's a doctor out there.
There's so many nutrients.
His name's Sean Baker, and
That's who I follow.
yeah, he just feeds his dog a piece of raw meat, and they don't have to eat for like 3 days.
Yeah.
And they're healthy.
They're very healthy. Yeah,
like
I
Sean
mean,
Baker
pets
a
should
lot.
be lean. They should have like a high fat, high protein diet. Why are they eating? I saw one thing when I had a dog before, my parents' dog, and in her ingredients list it was blueberries. Like, when would a freaking dog be like picking blueberries and eating them?
Yeah.
That never.
Yeah.
Whenever my dog would go outside and she'd see a squirrel, she'd chase after it. She wouldn't chase after like the little piece of spinach
They'll
going down the
eat a
street.
turd. They'll eat a deer shit.
But there's probably so much protein in that, though.
I know.
It's probably
I
full
know.
of protein.
That's like manure, dude. It's like
Because
the
your
best
body
thing
can
for
only
your
handle
yard.
so much protein, so when they're eating like excessive amounts of it, they're just pooping it out.
Yeah. I know.
Trust
Yeah.
me, I know.
I love Champ. I want him to be like 20 years old.
Luckily, smaller dogs tend to live longer.
They do.
So
They
my
do. That's a
dog, I had a
proven
yellow
fact.
lab growing up, and he lived about 14 3/4, almost 15 years old, and he was living on love, man. At the end, we were giving him like, we'd buy like the rotisserie chicken at Market Basket and like cut that up and give him chicken,
Champ.
or we'd kick him beef, like hamburger beef. Like, dude, we
Yeah.
had to carry him outside to use the bathroom. Like, he was living on love, man.
Aw.
It's sad, but dude, Sean Baker though, he posted the other day like my ideal meal. It was like 6 cheeseburgers with like fried eggs over them. I was like, that's
He just does so much protein.
Yeah.
That's
all
the thing.
about-
Is like, I think you need a balance. Like,
well, it's also fat. It's protein and fat. It's all your body needs.
yeah, exactly. You don't need any carbohydrate.
Carbs are what you use for energy. So when you cut out carbs, your body burns fat.
Yeah.
That's how you become.
That's why
healthy.
diets are like no carb diets.
Yeah, like
Keto and stuff.
Protein.
Yeah.
If your body needs some glucose, it'll convert protein into glucose via gluconeogenesis. That's how if you need like a quick burst of energy, it'll convert the protein into some
But
glucose.
to what you
if
need,
it.
not an
To what you
excessive
need.
amount.
Exactly.
Because I've heard about this before. I think someone was saying like, "Oh, doesn't your body turn too much protein into sugar?" I'm like, no, it turns the right amount, like what your body requires, what you need.
If you do overeat protein, it can. But you need a delivery mechanism. So either fat or carbs can deliver protein into a cell.
Yep.
And so if you have excessive protein, you just need to match it with a certain amount of fat.
But at the same time, like for me, like I'm a little bit on the overweight side. So like if I do a more lean diet, like more protein and less fats, like obviously the fats are great. It holds you over longer. Your body uses it. But if you eat less fats, then it feeds off the fats that you have.
Right.
And that's how you lose weight.
Yeah.
Why weren't you guys my science teacher, like health coach in high school?
Dude, are you kidding me? These public schools, they're not teaching this stuff.
You learn more
It's
on
but-
YouTube these days.
You can learn
than-
anything on YouTube.
Yeah, really.
It's an
I
amazing
I
thing.
did 4 years in finance, 2 years in economics, and I learned more from Peter Schiff than
Peter.
in like
Young
10
Pete.
episodes than in 6 years of finance.
So not being on Instagram,
proves it.
you don't see like the stuff he posts. Are you like watching him on YouTube instead then?
yeah, I watch him on
Because
YouTube.
I send you stuff
follow-
all the time from him, like just in case you ever decide to
Okay.
get back on the bandwagon.
That's the
but-
unfortunate part about shorts is because it's like another Instagram thing. Like if you somehow get over to the shorts, then it's just reels and reels of like the
yeah,
stuff that you're trying to avoid. But
right.
you seem to be doing well.
I'm doing
like-
a lot better
like
off Instagram.
Preventing it.
It was it's very toxic for me. Like I said, I have an addictive personality, and
I think everyone does.
I have ADHD,
Yeah.
100%.
Same.
And so when I see something shiny, I think I have shiny thing syndrome, where if
Right.
I see something shiny, I'm like, ooh, let me see more of that shiny, and then I get before you know it, an hour's gone by.
Like that Mount
And-
Washington vest.
Yeah. And Instagram is
that.
very like, look at this shiny thing, look at that
100%.
shiny
and
thing.
it's so fake too. Like all these girls or influencers are like, and there's like you can change the background now. So they're like, oh, like I'm in Paris, and it's
Really?
like they're in front of like a green screen or something, like in their mom's basement or something.
Damn. I think it's been like 3 weeks since I had Instagram, so maybe that's a new thing, or
No.
I was just
No.
lucky enough to not see it. But
I'm sure
Yeah.
you saw things that you just didn't realize.
maybe I didn't realize they were fake.
I respect your like
And it's
diligence. I respect that you can just be like, you know what?
it's
Shut
hard.
it off.
You're right.
is.
It's very addictive. If I have like a couple minutes to spare, I'm like, all right, like I'm gonna look
Let me
at
look
social
at a funny
media.
video.
I'm gonna look
Yeah.
at Instagram. I'm gonna send it to Alex and be like, yo, check this out, dude. It's so funny. And like, it's fun to like. I will say, like, social media, like, for a lot of my friends from college that were from San Diego that now live in Texas or Colorado or Florida or anywhere, it's like I am able to kind of stay in touch with these people on a regular basis because of that, which I do appreciate. Like my friend Rain, like, he lives in Texas. He was in my wedding. We're like good friends because we send stuff on Instagram and Snapchat and like we talk regularly through these social medias. But there is a level where it becomes toxic.
And I think if you're trying to keep in touch with somebody, don't delete your account. Like I don't plan on deleting
Just
my
uninstall.
account, but I might do like a once a month thing. I'll tune in and see how everybody's doing.
What
but
do you do? Do you delete the app?
I just delete the app off my phone,
So you
but
can't
I
click
don't
it.
delete the account. Because sometimes I'm like, oh, I want to check in and see how
And you
everybody's
do.
doing.
You were doing
And I
like a
will.
couple weeks at a time. You'd go off and then you'd be back. So you've been off for a while.
Yeah,
though.
this is the longest I've been off in a while.
Are you
I mean,
planning on staying off of it?
I'll get it back probably around Christmas time.
Just
it
because you'll have
after.
PTO
No,
or
dude.
what?
Honestly,
I don't know.
hold it. Go until the new year. No, seriously,
Yeah.
do it.
Should we-
Come January
It's
1st.
not good for like what we're trying to do here, but if we all gave up social media for like the new year,
one of us
we're
out
not
of three is
posting
fine.
anymore in 2024.
We're covered. We're covered.
I mean, for my mental health, I needed to do it.
And
And
that's
I
that's
didn't.
good.
I wasn't going to let
Perfect.
anything stop me.
right.
Like I know for growing a platform and everything, but
We're about there.
yeah, I just needed to take a break. You know,
Right.
You gotta do what you gotta
mental
do.
health is number one for me.
Different folks,
Take
different
take care,
strokes.
Take care of yourself.
Yeah,
take care
of
of
course.
yourself.
I just
Look-
feel like it kept reinforcing the thoughts that I was having, and I was like, I just need a break from it. You know,
Right.
I mean, it's this like perfect life syndrome that you get from, you know, this grass is always greener.
And that's what
type
I'm
of
saying,
thing.
dude. People are just faking it though.
Yeah,
Like they're like, oh, I'm in Paris or I'm in the Maldives.
probably
and
miserable.
It's like, yeah, they're in their parents' basement in front of a green screen.
yeah. They'll be taking a selfie. Ah ha ha! I'm having such a great time, and then as soon as the picture gets taken, they're like,
Yeah, like
It's so true.
and they're drinking or doing
God, I'm
drugs.
so mad.
They're always at the end of a boat too. It's probably
I'm guilty. I'm guilty
paid
of
for.
this, but like when your food comes out, you gotta take a picture of it. You gotta show
But you
your
don't
friends.
post it though. No.
Like, yeah, like maybe like a Snapchat or something. They'll be like, "Yo, look what I'm eating! Like, look at this big juicy roast beef from Londy's or something." And like,
So this is the difference. You just said it a little bit ago. We communicate through it.
Yeah.
And a lot of the videos I'm watching are because you're sending it to me, I'm sending it to you. So
Yep.
yeah, we're wasting time, if you will, watching videos, but we're sharing it through each other. It's not like I'm just on it by myself. Yeah, like I guess that's how I find videos, but it's more so to communicate with you guys because
yeah, it's
I'm thinking about my friends and like making them laugh. It's
Exactly.
like different. And I'm sure someone could argue, be like, whoa, you guys are posting on social media. But we're being real here. We're talking, we're just having real conversations, and we just want to like expand that, and we want people to interact with us and ask questions
Yeah.
or give us their opinions. So I
Yeah.
feel like that's more real than us posting a video with our feet in the sand and
Right, and
Yeah.
I want people to learn from my experience too.
right.
You know,
Right.
not everybody's the same.
No.
Like I always say, there's no two people have the same heaven. So, I will feel different than another person, and
Yeah.
my typical my dream life will be different from somebody else's.
Right.
And so, if living your dream life means getting off social media, it might be something you need to do, or just take a break from it every once in a while. So, if we were all sitting here being like, we're completely fine with how everything is going, it wouldn't feel authentic.
Right. I
agree.
So, yeah.
Yeah, and everyone has their own demons. Everyone battles their own stresses and everything. So, like for me, like I don't know, the greatest joy in life is comedy. I love laughing. I love making people laugh. So like if I can send a funny video to Alex, and I know it's gonna make him crack up. Like that makes me
Love
happy.
that.
It's
Yeah.
like it sends
Same.
good vibes into my endorphins.
That's
Yeah,
why
yeah,
I do
yeah.
it. That's why we do it.
Yeah.
It gets the serotonin
Yes,
going.
that's like kind of that's like my message. I guess I was saying earlier. Like, I want to make you laugh. I
Yeah.
want to like. That's all.
Uh-huh. You guys are each other's
Hell yeah.
tryptophan.
Hell yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Well,
Let's
I love. See, that was a conversation that just happened naturally. That was not planned,
That was
and I love it.
beautiful.
I love it.
It was a good
So,
Hope
conversation.
you guys enjoyed
I like
that.
this. Yeah.
As we said, this is coming out after Christmas, so we hope everybody had a great holiday. Enjoy your time off from work, from school, from the BS. Just go relax, enjoy your time with your family and your friends, and let your life just kind of be chill for a minute before all the chaos that ensues in January 2nd of 2022. I say January 2nd because we have the first off, I think.
Yeah.
I think a lot of schools and businesses do because that's when New Year's Day is observed. So
Get a big gulp.
Live your
folks.
life. Get a slushy. Get a big gulp.
Get a slushy.
treat your friends.
Throw a nip in there.
Make it a dirty, dirty slushy.
Yeah.
Dirty Slurpee.
Thursdays, 11 a.m. Is that right?
Yep.
Thursdays, 11 a.m.
EST.
I forgot for a second.
EST.
Cheers.
Well, we'll be posting new stuff and more content to follow. Alex is going on a little trip, so have fun, bro.
Thank
we'll
you,
see
man.
in a
Have
couple
fun.
weeks,
We'll
and
miss you.
Shake it up.
shake it up.
Peace.